Very good morning, all the friends. In last session, we have completed the chapter reproduction in plants. Okay, I mean to say mainly revision. Okay, in last session we have completed revision of the whole chapter. Okay, whole chapter this reproduction in plants. Okay, so now we are going to start our new chapter. It is that is respiration in organisms. Okay, so we have already observed sometimes that after after playing too much, okay, or I can say after running so much, okay, you may have some highly breathing. Okay, you may have some fast breathing. Okay, so what do you observe? Okay, what is the reason of this fast breathing? So it actually included in the reason of breathing only. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to study about this respiration. Okay, I can say all the process of breathing in and breathing out is respiration only. Okay, so let's study about it. First of all, why do we respire? Why do we respire? You learned that all organisms are made of small microscopic unit cells. Okay, microscopic unit called cells. So, what is a cell? Okay, we can say this. We all organisms are made of some small unit. Okay, small microscopic unit. What is the mean of microscopic? It means to we can say uh, 10 lakhs part of 1 meter. Okay, 10 raised to minus 6. So it's that much small. Okay, a cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of an organism. Okay, I hope everybody of you have textbook right now, because here in this equation we are getting some problem in this PDF. Okay, so I hope everybody of you have textbook. Each cell of an organism performs certain functions such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. Okay, these cells are, we can say, divided. Okay, in this home, in your home also, each and every member are divided to work something. Okay, your father are doing some job. Okay, you are doing study. Okay, your mother is I can say manage the whole home. Okay, so that's why that's how these cells are also divided to work something. Okay, so each cell of an organism performs certain function such as nutrition, transport, excretion, and reproduction. To perform these functions, the cell needs some energy. Okay. Even when we are eating, sleeping, or reading, we require energy. Okay, you may have observed sometime. Okay, because when you are writing something fastly, okay, writing something fastly, then you can get some sweat. Okay, you can get some sweat. Okay, so this is the reason that we are getting some energy in all the action, we can say. Okay, each and every action we need some energy. So but where does this energy comes from? Where is this energy come from? What is the source of energy we are going to use in our by our body? So can you say why your parents insist that you should eat regularly? hmm? You see, you may observe sometime that after playing for a long, okay, after playing for a long time, okay, like 2 to 3 hours, you will go to home and you will say, "Mama, I am getting hungry. Just give me some food, okay, as soon as possible." So this is the reason, okay. You need some more and more energy, okay. So the food has stored energy, okay, which is released during respiration. Okay, yeah, meanwhile the process of respiration, this food stored energy from food is getting released. Therefore all living organisms respire to get energy from food. Okay, we can say all each and every organisms respire to get some energy from this food they have taken, or we can say accepted. During breathing, we breathe in air. Okay, breathe in air. You know that air contains oxygen. Okay, you can say some amount of oxygen are there in the air. Okay, so here also you may have observed that if this air is very polluted, okay, highly polluted, then you may get some stuff. Okay, this breathing is become hard. Okay, so that's why this we are taking this oxygen, okay, in breathing. You know that air contains oxygen. We breathe out air which is rich in carbon dioxide. Okay, we are taking air in breathing. We are releasing air in breathing also. Okay, breathe out. Okay, so while breathing in, we are taking oxygen in much amount. Okay, but while breathing out, we are releasing some air which is rich in carbon dioxide. Okay, and the air we breathe in is transported to all parts of the body and ultimately to each cell. Okay, in the cell, oxygen is the air helps in the breakdown of food. See, there are two types of respiration we will study about this with related to this oxygen. Okay, in this next paragraph, but right now let's go with this cellular respiration. The process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy. The process of breakdown the food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. Okay, see, we already studied that the air we are taking in breathing, okay, it goes to all the parts, okay, all the parts of the body, and ultimately it goes to each and every cell. Okay, so the process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration takes place in the cells of an organisms. Okay, it's very simple. That it's cellular respiration, and that's why it is takes place in all the cells. Okay, respiration takes place in all the cells is called simply cellular respiration. So in this cell, the food. Okay, simply here we will address as glucose. Okay, because we are getting some glucose from this food only. So, in the cell, the food or glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide. Okay, it's broken down into carbon dioxide uh, and water. Okay, using oxygen. Okay, see here you are given an equation. Okay, from glucose we are getting carbon dioxide and water, and quite obviously with the help of food we are getting some energy also. Okay, with the use of oxygen. Okay, observe here, with the use of oxygen, because one more equation is there in which we are getting something without the use of oxygen. Okay, so when breakdown of glucose occurs, see, when breakdown of glucose occurs with the use of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. Food can also be break down without the use of oxygen. Okay, this is called anaerobic respiration. See, you are given more to two more definitions, or we can say types of respiration. Okay, so one is aerobic and second one is anaerobic. So in aerobic you are using oxygen to get some energy. Okay, and in anaerobic you are not using any oxygen. Okay, so food can also be break down without using oxygen. This is called anaerobic respiration. Breakdown of food release energy. Okay, that's it. So here you are given one more example. Okay, so you should know that there are some organisms such as yeast that can survive in the absence of air. Hmm? They are called anaerobes. Okay, so you may observe that if you are putting this bread or something, let's say chapati. Okay, in a airtight vessel, okay, we can say if there is absence of air, okay, air is not present in the vessel, then also they are getting some yeast on the upper layer, okay, we can say. So this yeast can survive. Yeast is also an organism, okay. So it can survive in the absence of air. They are called anaerobes, okay. They get energy through anaerobic respiration. See, we have already studied that in anaerobic respiration, we are not using any oxygen. Okay, so simply in the absence of oxygen, glucose breaks down into alcohol. See, from yeast we are getting some alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy. Okay, so in the absence of oxygen, glucose break down into alcohol and carbon dioxide is given below. Okay, see, you are given one more equation. Our muscle cells can also respire. See, here you are given one more extra information that yeast are single-celled organisms. See, you have already studied this. Okay, in this reproduction in plants also we have already discussed this. So they respire anaerobically and during this process yield alcohol. Hmm? They are therefore used to make wine and beer. See, this wine and beer is made from this yeast only, okay? So our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically. This is one more topic, but only for short time. See, you may have observed that if somebody is going to gym, okay, then he must he must he must have took some banana, okay, because we are getting bunch of energy from this banana, okay, or else he must have some energy bar, okay. So what is the reason? Let's see. Our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically, but only for a short time. When there is a temporary deficiency of oxygen during heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking, or many hours. Okay. Apart from this, you may require in swimming also. Okay. So or heavy weight lifting, the demand for energy is very high, okay. See, we have already discussed this, but the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited, because you can take some oxygen with the help of this nose only, okay. Because we are breathing with the help of nose only, okay. So then anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. Okay, because while exercising, or we can say weightlifting, running, cycling, okay, we need some more energy, more amount of energy. Okay, so from glucose, in the absence of oxygen, we are getting lactic acid energy. Okay, so what is the lactic acid, and how it is used? Okay, what we can say how it's helpful to us. Okay, let's see. Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered why you get muscle cramps after heavy exercise? So you may have got some pain, okay, in these muscles after some heavy exercise or weightlifting, okay. So the cramps occurs when muscle cells respire anaerobically. Hmm? The partial breakdown of glucose produces lactic acid. The accumulation of lactic acid causes muscle cramps. We get relief from cramps after a hot water bath or a massage. See, so this is the I can say a point you have to use in routine, okay? Because in this lockdown, or we can say in this pandemic, during this pandemic, the hours on playground, okay? I can say hours on playground is increased, okay? So you should take a hot water. You should take a bath of hot water after playing. Okay, after playing for a long time. So the accumulation of lactic, we get some relief from cramps after a hot water bath or a massage. So now, what is the reason that we are getting some relief with the help of hot water bath or massage? Let's see. Can you guess why it's so? Hot water bath or massage improves circulation of blood. See, while you are getting some massage from the for the body, you are getting this blood circulation very high, okay, I mean to say comparatively high. So as a result, the supply of oxygen to the muscle cells increases, okay. The increase in the supply of oxygen results in the complete breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water, okay. So this is the introduction, I can say, okay, or basic we have studied from this chapter, respiration in organisms, okay. And in next chapter, next session, we are going to study about this breathing, okay. So that's it for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day to all of you.